Good afternoon, and you're all very welcome here to the Rag here in the parish of Drummondinch here in Tipperary for this first round of the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship between the host team of Tipperary and the visitors of Clare. A repeat of the Munster semi-final pairing of a number of weeks ago, where Tipperary got the better, or Clare got the better of Tipperary after a replay. We're joined in comment today by our Thomas co-commentator Pat McNamara. Our guest analyst today is Scariff Ogundlo player centre back, Ciara Doyle, who has been part of the Scariff Ogundlo team that has won 2 Munster Club Championships in recent years. Also, former member of the Clare senior panel, where injury rules are out for this year's championship campaign. Pat, you're welcome.
Thanks, Leo. Nice to be here watching Clare and Tip once again. Yeah.
And Ciara Falta. Long time no see, Ciara.
The reason I was whispering, I thought it was a moment's silence. It has a start.
Yeah, there is to be minutes. There is a minute's silence call for
we observe it as well as we should.
In memory of former Camogie president Lynn O'Neill. And
it hasn't started officially yet, has it? Oh, it has now.
And minute silence, and sympathies to all the O'Neill family on the passing of Lynn O'Neill. Pat, you might give us a line out of both teams.
I will indeed, Leo. We'll start with the host team, Tipperary, on his Lafferty goals. Oran Naveen is going to draw me out now, so we're going to go through that, I think. So, Oran Naveen.
might get a chance.
I'll fly through them, yeah. Okay. Tipperary, Honest Lattery in goal, Julianne Burke, Mary Ryan, Emer Lockman, full back line, Ciara Maher, Aoife McGrath, Quiva McCarthy in the half back line. At midfield, Grace O'Brien and Quiva Maher. Half forward line, Nicole Walsh, Roisin Howard and Casey Hennessy. Full forward line, Claire Hogan, Cát Devan and Clodagh McIntyre. For Clare, it's Derren Murphy in goals, Ciara Grogan, Claire Hare and Quiva Kelly in full back line, Aoife Keane, Chloe Morey and Alana Ryan back and in the half back line, Niamh O'Dea and Quiva Camry at midfield, Linda Daly, Lorna McNamara and Susan Daly at the half forward, and Emer Kelly, Anya Loughlin and Zian Spillane make up the full line for Clare.
And with that, Pat, we're joined, as I said, we're joined in co-commentary by Ciara Doyle. Ciara, look, it's a repeat of the Munster semi-final where Clare came out on top. That game was on in Thurles End, the Gaelic grounds. A change of venue here to the Reg. Tipperary going to fin in the goals at the Thurles End, so they're going to into the breeze in the first half. How do you expect this to go, Ciara?
I'd be tipping Clare to win. Now it'll be a tough game. I suppose Tip have had 2 weeks to rest, recover and see where they went wrong in the Munster semi-final replay and have time to regroup, whereas Clare were playing Munster final last week, probably unluckily not to come away with the honours, but they'll come in with a real pep in their step after getting to the Munster final and with real positivity, although they'll be disappointed that they didn't get the honours last weekend, but they'll take huge positives from it coming in today, and I'm sure that they'll tip themselves to win this one too.
Pat, Ciara has gone for a clear victory, but looking at Clare, it's a good few weeks on the road, constant, Pat. Do you think that that freshness that Tipperary can bring can be an advantage, or is momentum more of a
fitness levels for Clare look really good the last day. My fear would be a little bit that Clare minor hurlers after the typical Munster final. They seem to have a bit of a hangover from today and got walloped down in Athenry today. My small fear is that something similar might happen to the Camogie team a little bit, that they had a savage battle last weekend. They did it all proud there, second period extra time. Maybe there's a slight hangover, but maybe they'll come out the blocks running. The momentum and the confidence of God will tell. I'm hoping that Ciara is right and that Clare will carry the momentum on today, but there's always that little fear.
Yeah, and the game is on here in the Reg, and the ball is with Nicole Walsh of Tipperary. The Morsley woman gets a hold ahead of Niamh O'Dea, gets a pass out to the midfielder. The midfielder is Quiva Maher. She drives this ball into the corner and a free in push on the back there of Clodagh McIntyre by Quiva Kelly. A free in, and the only chance for Tipperary, and no less a woman than Cát Devan to get the first score here in the Reg. But you can see Ciara early on, the ball getting into McIntyre. She's a danger woman even in these early moments.
Yeah, she's real quick, and if they can get the ball into her, she'll probably do damage. But Quiva probably just a little bit behind her there, but she's probably just first ball.
Yeah, and the first score of the game from the stick of Cát Devan. 45 seconds gone here and Puckamock here from Derren Murphy. Derren, who's been one of the stars of Clare Camogie, newly into the goal. A big puck out from Derren, drives it down towards Linda Daly, but the tap is there with the midfield wing forward is Casey Hennessy gets it back to the midfielder Grace O'Brien, who was the reason out towards Claire Hogan in the far corner. There's out to McIntyre, she's taken on Quiva Kelly, gets the ball in, he's cut out there by Aoife Keane does well, gets it fouled by Aoife Keane. Good defender from Aoife Keane, needed to get that ball there, got the free off the challenge of Clodagh McIntyre, and here comes Chloe Morey. Strong breeze blowing down the field, Pat.
Well within her compass, and great reading of the game there by Aoife Keane, cut out a dangerous situation. But the other thing is, this is a really compact pitch, way more compact than Park Arena and maybe Cusick Park. It's really, really narrow, a bit short as well, so that'll suit anyone will tell. But tip brought it here for a reason, Leo. Yeah,
and the ball here out to Grace O'Brien. Grace O'Brien gets away from Quiva Carmody. O'Brien is a busy player, gets out to Nicole Walsh. Remember, she played a match here a number of years ago against Waterford and didn't finish the game. Then she's on the run, she's gone away from the challenge of Alana Ryan in the ball. She hits the ball in towards the corner, looking for Devan has turned Clare here. A shot from Cát Devan. It looks like it's gone out to left and gone wide, but Cát Devan, she showed Clare here a clean pair of heels there. Clare have to get tighter.
Definitely, you can really see that Tipper up for it, and Clare players probably need to get a little bit tighter, or Tipper going to keep going through them.
The ball is out to Quiva Carmody is brought by Grace O'Brien. O'Brien has been busy in these early stages, puts the ball in, but Carmody does well. Out to Linda Daly. Linda with the quick ball for Clare, gets it down to Emer Kelly. Emer coming out from a corner forward position. Emer is Emer Kelly and Emer Loopman. The ball goes in towards Anya Loughlin, but it's Mary Ryan. The experienced Mary Ryan gets it back to Slattery. Slattery back in the back and forth, and what a clearance for Slattery. Drives it up the field, looking for it, gets over the head of Alana. Comes out, Chloe Morey comes out. Claire Hogan comes out from the corner. I thought it was a free there. He comes out to Devan. Devan looks like she's just going to shoot on sight. and the ball tailed across to the right hand side. It looks like Tipperary just gone shooting aside, caught Devane 2 chances. She's
3 shots gone already, 1 put over from a free and 2 from play, and that's a little bit worrying from a Clare point of view that she's getting on the ball so much already. Lear, she's their danger woman, but two poor wides from her.
Yeah, and the ball comes out to Emer Kelly. She's out around the middle of the field, being chased by Luke. When Linda Daly gets in and does well for Clare, gets the ball back to Aoife Keane. Keane goes close to ground, and she gets the ball out to Caoimhe Carmody. A chance for Carmody. Can she open the scoring for Clare? That's a good ball from Carmody in. Or Mary Ryan puts up the hand. Who heads it? Drops it down. A free out, pushing it back by Anya Loughlin. You know, Anya's dangerous in the square. Ciara, do you think we should get more ball in early?
Yeah, I think the ball needs to be hitting direct rather than holding on to into the middle of the field. It needs to be hitting straight in with a tall girl inside. When she put a paw up, there's no one that's going to stop her, especially playing against the breeze. They don't want to be messing around with it either.
Yeah. Funny enough, just as Ciara mentioned, the flag at the far side seems to be favouring Tipperary. The flag is down low, so it's a swirly kind of a win. It's hard to judge it.
Elena went up high for that when the ball breaks out to Nick Walsh. Just a lazy shot from Nicole. Thank God goes out to the right hand side and on my the score remains. Tipperary won't score. Clare yet to score, and the ball from Gerard Murphy. She finds Chloe. Chloe goes direct, looking for Lorna McNamara, but it's the centre back Aoife McGrath. Aoife McGrath gets it out to Maher. Maher gets it across. What is it? Is it Roisin Howard? Roisin Howard coming away. Chloe staying back in the pocket. The ball goes to Roisin Howard. She gets the ball out to the midfielder Maher a shot in. Gerard Murphy blocks it as safe as houses in there and releases this ball out towards Aoife Keane. Aoife Keane here in the wing back position, forward turning back woman, gets the ball down along the line, but Lorna Mac comes out, but Aoife McGrath sweeping across the centre back. The Drummond Inch player charges into her player, gets away with it, switches the ball out towards Nicole and Elena. The ball breaks behind the two of them. Chloe Morey comes out, gets out ahead of Cart Devane. Here comes Chloe, crossing into her own the Tipperary half of the field, gets the ball back to Elena. Lovely reverse pass. Elena going driving the ball, hits the ball out towards the corner towards Lorna. Clare trying to open up the play here. Lorna gets away from the challenger Grace O'Brien. There's advantage going to Lorna McNamara. She'd pull back a second time. Pet good play from Lorna McNamara.
Great ball from Elena Ryan first of all, and of course Lorna, as she does, knocked down in front of herself. Did a bit of swirling and twisting and turning and confused centre back, and did well to win the free. She won a free twice there. But, as did Lorna, mightn't like the 50-50s, but if it played anyway in front of her at all, she'll control it. She's fabulous control of the ball. So tough enough free enough for Lorna to try and get the equaliser.
Yeah, she was putting them over here in the warm up from the same position with a plum. So can she equalise the scoring here in this All Ireland first round? She strikes it. It's hanging, and Anya puts up the hand. Anya locked in, the ball comes down to Spillane. Can she get a chance of a shot? She's turning around. Just a chance here. A goal for Anya Loughlin. A shot. Oh, she's blocked down by Mary Ryan, the fullback, but it's coming out. Tipperary. Ulukman trying to get off for Tipperary. Aoife McGrath there. It's Zian trying to get the ball up for Clare. We're on the edge of the tee here. The ball breaks out. Who's coming out? Emer Kelly trying to get out. Aoife McGrath and Susan Daly, who's now up in the forwards for Clare. Oh, and I'm pushing it back. I think Susan thought she was a full-back tackle there, was no doubt. Ciara, a kind of strange one, Susan Daly playing the wing forward.
Yeah, it is strange. Usually you'd see her back in the full back line or in the half back line, but I suppose Susan, she will take any position that she's given and she'll work as hard as she can, whether it will be scoring or getting the ball in. Even in the forward, she might work as a back too, which could come into Clare's advantage.
Yeah, and the ball goes over the top. O'D gets back here for Clare. She gets ahead of Casey Hennessy. Here's O'D. She suffered an injury down in hospital. She's gone back. And a high challenge there by Niamh O'D. And she goes back and Esther a free ball. I tell you, she's lucky to get away with that one. The ball comes into Hennessy, into Maher. It is Caoimhe Maher for Tipperary. Gets the ball and a foul hand there. Niamh O'D lucky there, pass.
Niamh O'D very lucky there. She kind of did pull a little bit late after the ball had been taken off of her. Having said that, Tipper really very intense in their tackling, and we'll up for this, and I think Clare will have to match it, and so far I suppose Tip has slightly the better of it, but as I said, the breeze, Tipper getting distance in the long range shooting, so I don't know if the breeze is exactly straight down against Clare or not. It's not the big factor at the moment anyway, so it's how Clare maybe haven't really settled in yet.
And that ball out from Clare Herr comes out towards Linda Daly goes to ground, but she's found Lorna McNamara gets away from Emer Lookman. She gets the ball into her club by Spillane. Can Spillane get the first score of the game for Clare? Indeed she does. Zian Spillane get the score all the way made above in the parish of Kilnina from Lorna out to Zian. And there's an injury for is it Tipperary? Looks like the wing back is it Caoimhe McCarthy from Knockavilla. John Ski has gone down injured there, and the lady that came on to the Tipperary team in the semi-final in Simple Stadium made a big difference, and she'll be big loss to Tipperary, and she doesn't look too comfortable there, although she's moving around again now. But Pat, 1 point all. fair reflection.
It's a fair reflection. Yeah, Clare got into it a little bit in the last 2 or 3 minutes, and it's 50-50 enough now. Tip with their bad whites, I suppose, early on would look to have maybe dominated the game slightly, but once the ball is put in front of Lorna, always something will always happen. She'll get into her hand. She has the sidestep. She mightn't be the fastest to get away, but she'll always find a player. She doesn't get a shot in, and that time she found Zian, and Zian is relishing her new roll-up corner forward. I didn't think it would suit her a few weeks ago, but she's taken it like a duck to water and tapped that over beautifully. So Clare has settled into the game nicely now, and it's nicely poised really. This tight pitch will make sure we'll have lots of good 50-50 challenges, I'd say.
Yeah, indeed, a physical game, no doubt about that. And Anya Statry taking the time below the goals, waiting to see. Is Caoimhe McCarthy okay?
She's still getting that tissue on the knee there.
Well
right
looked
knee.
at by the physio. Ciara, your submission on the early stages.
You can see the tip are rightly up for it. They probably took their couple of weeks and seen where they went wrong in the semi-final, and by God they fixed their problems. In saying that, now they've had 3 very easy wides really, where they could be 3 points up if they've got them, but I suppose that was due to Clare's attacking on them and putting pressure on them. You can see even the last couple of balls that Lorna Mack got there, she didn't get rid of it. She looked up and seen who was in the better position, and either she got the free or else she gave it to Science Bland there. Great work between the Fiacla duo, and she put it over the bar to get Clare off the mark.
Yeah, indeed, 1 point all here, and all the stats of Clare. Ciara, from your days in WIT, a quiet lady by all the stretch of the imagination, and don't be smiling at that one, but he's here, a brilliant goalie, all-star goalie a couple of years ago. And what's competition for the goals, Pat? I know we said it. Caoimhe Burke from Drummond into local club, and Statry.
An outstanding goalkeeper, Caoimhe Burke, as well. So yeah, that's what you want, I suppose, in your teams, to have competition for the top places, the vital places on the team.
And that's a great puck out from Statry, out for the centre forward Roisin Howard. Howard drills the ball up into the corner. Caoimhe Kelly, and Caoimhe just goes for the sanctuary on the sideline. I suppose it's old corner back style, mind your own position, and the wing forward is Casey Hennessy gone out to, or is it? Yeah, it is Casey Hennessy gone out to take this line ball.
But I think management would like to pick that up, Leo, and try and come out past their player and find the support player. But anyway, maybe she did the safe thing. Yeah,
she gets the ball out towards Nicole Walsh, but Susan Daly. I'm not too sure what the free was for there, but the referee seen it. Susan Daly was back in her own half back, where she might be more comfortable. She's now sprinting up the field, but soft free, Pat.
Soft free is right, a kind of a 50-50 challenge there, and I don't know is there any free in it either way, but anyway, he's pulled it anyway. So
we take it.
Referees make the decisions, and players and commentators get on with it.
Yeah, indeed. Claire Howard takes this free, looking as Claire tried to open it, and she opens it out too far, goes out. But looking here at the rag, here that far sideline seems to come in very quick.
It does, and even just looking out here now, I'm not sure whether Roisin Howard is playing as a third midfielder or whether she's playing centre forward and who's meant to pick her up, but she's picked up a lot of free ball and she's kind of been left on her own there. She's not a player that you want to be left on her own, because when she gets the ball she can do damage with it.
Yeah, indeed. Elena Ryan must have heard you, Ciara. She's gone in now to pick her up, and Aoife McGrath with the line ball, and she looks straight for Howard. The ball, Elena goes up the ball back, and Maury is going to strike this and delivers a great ball down to the corner for the on-running. And I tell you, this is a great tactic from Clare, because Zian takes Julianne Burke for a tour of the rag. Can she get away from Julianne? She's taking her on and trying to get on the inside. Burke is an experienced defender. She's a giant captain of the Tipperary Camogie team, and she gets it back to the wing back. The wing back is Caoimhe McCarthy. McCarthy gets it back to Julianne. Burke clears the ball out to Hennessy. The ball out to Roisin Howard. Howard goes down low. She gets away from Niamh O'Dea, but it's not an easy thing to do. O'Dea is back here again, puts in the hurley ball, but the ball comes across to Hogan for Tipperary. She's getting a high challenge there, but it goes in. Ciara Grogan goes over the head. Ciara Grogan is dropped by and a tap here. And I tell you one thing, the referee wants those challenges to start.
Caught the van that was using timber there.
Yeah, there was Ash there, and it comes to Claire Hogan. Claire Hogan gets the ball back out.
I thought the foul
of all the frees, I thought the foul head past the free should be going clear. But I tell you, some of the challenges here, Pat, I tell you can hear Ash flying here, Pat.
There was a lovely little swing there by Caught Van, as if it was in the 1960s, it would have been applauded by the crowd. But anyway, she got away with it. But we're not going to talk about the referee now, you and me. We'll leave that to Ciara today, because you and me have been accused of talking about referees a little bit too much. So we'll say nothing today.
Ciara wouldn't write about the referees, Pat. No doubt, but
she always obeyed them. It's
a free for Caught Van, 40 metres out here, 20 metres in from the sideline here at the road end here in the rag. And with this a tricky breeze, Pat, this is not an easy free.
No, it is actually a swirly breeze. 12 and a half minutes gone, and low scoring game, Leo, and the tightness of the pitch has something to do with that. I think there's plenty 50-50s, even though Tip have one or two loose players in the middle of the field. This beautifully struck by the van.
And she puts it straight into the ESB pole at the back of the goal. So the back of the goal. So look at perfect free from Cortavan. Tipperary going to the lead. Tipperary 2 points. Claire Cooley in the one and the puck of Marklish and Coolbara Dirna Moroku. Clara had now got a good puck into the breeze. She's blocked down in the middle of the field, but it's going to break to OD. OD does well in Quiva Camley. Quiva Camley's gone loose, and there's another. I think it's McCarthy's gone down again, and I think we may have seen Linda Quiva McCarthy here. That's her second, fairly high. That ankle or that knee does not seem to be right, Ciara, and I'd say we may see Linda Quiva McCarthy here.
Yeah, she was playing strong there now in the first 15 minutes. She was doing well, and I'd say this could be the end of her now. She does seem to look like she's been in a bit of bother. She got up there, she looked in bother the first time, but especially now. I suppose now tip up a point, and I suppose they should be counting their blessings. They're very lucky to be. It was very questionable free there. Ciara Rogan had gotten off a slap to the shoulder by a very loose pull from Cotavan just a few minutes before, and the free shot probably should have been given the other way down, but I suppose that's just to look at the draw the way it went, and now tip her up a point, but also losing their wing back.
Yeah, McCarthy will be lost to Tipperary. There's no doubt that she had been, Patchy had really solidified that Tipperary defence, and a massive loss to Tipperary.
She's a good strong player, a very strong player. Number 19 coming in for Tip now. It's Everston, who won't weaken it. Again, we've seen that from before.
From the local club,
Queen McCarthy is going up, but Clare playing with two inside Anya Loughlin and Zian inside, and so far maybe the supplying hasn't been brilliant. Zian was brilliantly beaten by Julianne Burke for the last ball. Alright, haven't got position, so Tip on the attack again.
A ball from Grace O'Brien, a shot from Grace O'Brien, and Grace O'Brien splits the post. And what an introduction, Ciara, from Maria Davison from Drummond. She won that ball, popped it off to Grace O'Brien. Tipperary 3 points to 1.
Absolutely, Sinead to be an experienced player herself, and a great pipe from Grace. She beautifully struck it over the bar. She was given the space in front of her. She probably could have carried it on, but it was a well taken score from her.
And a puck out from Darren Murphy goes over to the far side of the field, and Susan Daly, did well. And now she's gone down injured. She got a heavy challenge there from I'd say it was the wing back is Ciara Maher, and Ciara Maher's mother, Anya Minogue, is a teacher, as we well know, down in St. Anne's, and she would have taught Susie, would have done an awful lot with the coach and Susan Daly, but I'm not too sure if that tackle was in the manual, Pat.
Leo, this game is a big step up on the last time these two players made in the Munster Championship there a few weeks back. Big step up in intensity and physicality. There's hard hits going in, and Susan was the victim of that one there, and I know Susan is a healthy player and should be known to maybe give an odd one at full back, as you might have to do, Leo. Those of us who ever played full back along the full back line always say that 3 or 4 of those in the game. Can't the people raising flags too often, but in fairness, Susan's up on her feet and sprinting back again, so good to see her okay again. This is within Chloe's range just about, I would think. Yeah,
and she goes low, so the breeze must be very. They're using the CN tactic an awful lot, and you can see why. Here she comes down, she's 1 point on the board, she's going to get a chance for the second one. Out to Linda catches it, but it's Everston, and here comes Aoife McGrath goes down low but doesn't pick it up, gets it out to the midfielder is Quiva now drives it, and only up there to Chloe Morey going to get out ahead of Casey Hennessy, gets the ball out to Aoife Keane. Here's Aoife Keane, hand passes the ball out to Niamh O'Dea. And a high challenge, and probably a couple of fuckle in the clues of Grace O'Brien. Coming for a high tackle on Niamh O'Dea.
For Grace here, yeah.
Niamh O'Dea, big influence back in the Clare Camogie team.
Oh, absolutely. Niamh's a player of her calibre, whether she's playing football or playing Camogie, she's a savage player, and having her back in, you can see she's really demanding her position in midfield, and she's getting on a lot of balls. She's probably unlucky to get a couple of frees earlier on, but she's after getting this one now, and I'd say this could be within Chloe's range. If she strikes it well, she could push it between the black post.
Yeah, 45-50 metres out here as Clare play down to the road here, goals at the Tullesin, but it doesn't look like Chloe. She's looking for another, and there goes the ever willings again, but this is Chloe. This is going to, is it Anya looking at it, Anya Slattery is looking at it, Anya Loughlin looking at it, and it goes out over the line and out wide, and the ball is put out by Anya Slattery to Lukeman gets it up across, up to great block down by Aoife Keane, but she comes out to the midfielder is Maher. She gives it out to Howard, and Howard is beginning to take a tour. She gets away from Ciara Crogan. Here's Roisin Howard going all the way in for Tipperary. Here's Roisin Howard, a shot from Roisin Howard. That was all. That one clear, but a head touch that ball all the way from on the steps into Roisin Howard. Tipperary 4 points, Clare 1. That was Tipperary at its very best, Pat.
It was, and I looked at Aoife Keane, who did a great thing. She blocked the ball out, attacked the ball, blocked it out about 15 metres, but unfortunately back out to Tip player rather than a Saffron blue jersey, and Tip combined 2-3 players for Howard to finish off a lovely score on the run up the left hand side.
And the ball goes into McIntyre and Kelly, Quiva Kelly second turn. And here comes McIntyre, gets the ball back into the middle to Quiva Maher. Quiva Maher opens up their shoulders, This is ball in towards Dermot Murphy. Meet and drink to Dermot Murphy. Dermot does well. Hand passes the ball out to the ever available giant captain Claire Heher. Heher is being chased by Cartivan, but Heher is moving fast. Gets the ball out to Elena. Elena lets it go, and she takes in the channel. Here's Elena trying to. I tell you, look, Elena was looking Kira get the free there. She seemed to be barging with the ball. She was on her knees, probably praying for the free, and her prayers came through.
Yeah, she did. The ball probably should have been let go a lot quicker as well, but you can see here now Roisin Howard has really come into the game and she's doing a lot of damage, and if Clare are looking to get back on top of Tip, they're going to have to watch her and put someone onto mark her and not let her run free like she's been doing.
Yeah, and they've brought Ciara Grogan, looks like out from corner back to do that job. The ball goes down into down to the wing back, and it's going to be picked up by Ciara Maher. Ciara coming out for Tipperary. She's fouled by Susan Daly.
Yeah. You see, Susan is totally unaccustomed to that role, Leo. I'd say when you're playing with your back to the goal and you want to be trying to try and score and run a player of that calibre, I just think she's probably not just accustomed to that role, and maybe a more naturally playing forward would be better off there, and maybe I don't know, save Susan for the defensive role at some stage. But look at who are we to say we didn't agree with a couple of things they did, and they went on and almost won the Munster Championship against Cork. So look at we'll give them time. However, Tipperary are on top of this game, no question about it. Playing the better Camogie. Clare have yet to get the pace of it, I think.
Yeah, but let people know at home there's a stiff breeze here blowing up the field in favour of the Colini as Tipperary Dawn, and that free from Ciara Maher went out over the line on the far side. It beat great ball from Elena Ryan as she does. Great catch by Kelly. Here comes Kelly, a chance to go on the Burlers. Here comes Kelly. Lorna Mac moves off her. Here there's a chance for Lorna to get a score, and Lorna is being picked up now by Aoife McGrath. Here comes Lorna. She's lucky enough to get away with it. Gets the ball out to the on-running Susan Daly. Susan gets it out to Caoimhe Carmody. Caoimhe Carmody is robbed, and the ball comes out to Howard, and Howard, as I said, is marshalling the troops here to Nicole Walsh leaves Elena. A shot from Nicole Walsh. A shot goes out to left hand side and gone wide, and Tipperary guilty of missed chances. Dermot with a quick puck out towards Chloe Morey. Here comes Chloe. Chloe just delivers on sight, looking for Emer Kelly and Emer Lukeman. Lukeman does well, gets it round the front of Emer Kelly. Here's Lukeman from the Drummond Inch Club, gets the ball out to Maher, and Maher just stands and doesn't stand, just drives it down towards him. You see a brilliant catch by Aoife Keane. Keane does well. Here comes Grogan, the corner back, gets the ball out to Linda coming for Clare. I'm going to say Scariff for Gunlow. Into Spillane. This is great play from Clare. Is that going to be finished with a score?
Super
That's
score.
The score of the day from Lorna McNamara, the second beat from Killanena Carroll, to get her name on the score sheet. Double scores, Tipperary 4, Clare 2, Pat.
Leo, the difference is when you hit a ball and it goes to hand first time, not dropped, everything is in your favour, then you can find players. Brilliant combination by Clare there, 4 or 5 players involved. Zian will definitely give it to Lorna, so a great finish, but a great start off by Aoife Keane in the half-back line. And
that puck out from clearance goes astray. The ball goes down into the corner from Linda Daly, but Mary Ryan overruns it for Tipperary, and Anya was going to rob her. Here comes Mary Ryan, she thunders out past the end, she pops the ball off, and the passes are going astray, and OD, there's a chance for Clare. Anya Loughlin is inside. Here comes OD, she's coming, she gets the ball into Zian has a chance to put another score on the board. She gets it back to OD is now on the D. She's gone through. Is there a free in for Clare? No. And the ball comes out to Caoimhe Maher. Caoimhe Maher foul. Clare would be better off maybe just taking their points.
Absolutely, like you can see when they work the ball and taking their scores what they can do. I'm sure a goal will come at some stage, but they're well able to take the points over, whether it's Lauren that's getting onto the ball or Diane and Emer Kelly could stick them over as well. I think they'd be better taking them off and getting scores on the board now, especially against Win, because they don't want to go down in too much at half time.
That's a soft yellow for Anya Loughlin.
A yellow card, and where was Scanlon coming on for Clare, and I would imagine it looks like it could be, I'd say Susan could be in a small bit of bother on the far side there. Susan totally unaccustomed to wing forward, there's no doubt about that. You just can't turn on a player Pat and put up the forwards and expect her to make
very sorry for her. Susan Daly is one of my favourite players in Clare Club Camogie as a full back for Scariff a serious operator at full back, and anywhere in the defence you'd probably fancy her, but trying to wing forward in an All-Ireland Championship game down here in the rag against Tip in a tight pitch, I think was never really on.
Great catch by Chloe Morey. Here's Linda Daly. Linda Daly is now the only Scariff player from the Munster Club Champions who's on the Clare team. She goes down. That's a free hit. That has to be. Mairead Davison made no attempt to get out of the way of Linda Daly. Linda knew what she was doing, put the ball over her head, done well. A chance, another chance maybe is that Chloe Morey is coming up to take this one. But Aoife Keane having a stormer at wing back.
Absolutely, and even Chloe there after catching a great ball. Aoife caught the one before that went for the point, but I just do feel very sorry for Susan Daly, seeing her go down the line there to shine her subs. Probably one of the best backs there is in Club Clare Camogie at the moment. And of a young girl putting her up in forward in the first All-Ireland Championship match of the year is a lot to be asking for a young girl. And I think that they probably done her wrong there now today, unfortunately, to Susan. But no doubt she'll be back again. She'll be in training during the week and she'll be back to get herself in for next week again.
Yeah, and Patty, these hard looking at Susan Daly, who is one of the top back women in Clare Camogie, and
that's my sentiments exactly. I mean, I fantastic to have her as a full back, or indeed a defender of any way. She's just a seriously ruthless full back, ruthless in the right way. I mean, just get out first to the ball and able to harass and harry a player, but commands the centre full back position. So to be expected to just to bring forward without much practice, and after a hard game last weekend is tough. But look, she'll have lots of great days again, I'm sure. And maybe it's just maybe not the best decision ever by management to have her up there today.
And this ball from Chloe goes out to right hand side. It looks
to me yellow there from Red Everson as well.
Yeah. But Pat, I think she's just ticking a box, Pat, and putting her in, and then give her no chance really. But look, that's the way it goes, and that's the competition. The ball comes down to McIntyre turns Quiva Kelly, and here comes McIntyre. She's going getting inside Quiva Kelly. She's going back out round again. Gets the ball out to Howard. Here comes Howard. There's a shot from Roisin Howard. This is a dangerous ball. In there towards Aoife Keane off. Oh. And
he's given a 6:45 now.
Yeah,
not
he's
first.
given a 45.
Maybe the crowd won it for him.
Yeah, no, he's not giving it. He's given a white ball. He's given the white ball.
The umpire changed his mind twice. Now it's white again.
He gave a white ball, he gave a 45, and then he gives a white ball again. But
three decisions into one for the price of one.
There's no doubt it came off the hand of Aoife Keane, but look at you take this break. 4 points of Tip, 2 points of Clare. 24 minutes gone here in the first half. Gerald Murphy with the puck out for Clare. Gerald starts to the breeze. Here he comes out. Going to be blocked by Hennessy. Aoife Keane went up to the clouds. The ball comes out to Emer Kelly. Emer Kelly and Emer Lukeman. Here comes Kelly down here in front of the stand side. She's getting away from Emer Lukeman, but Lukeman is sticking to her task. She puts a great ball into Lorna. Lorna put it over. A ball to the chance here for Zien. Here's Zien. A shot, but the cavalry came quick. And the ball is cleared off by Julian or Mary Ryan out for a 45. And quickly Clare games can turn. There was should have been a 45 for Tipperary, is now a 45 with other in for Clare.
Absolutely, and even thinking Clodagh McIntyre taking the ball on there, if she had just stayed going head down, she was true on goal. She had kind of left Quiva behind her. Two players probably would know themselves very well after playing together at UCD and Ashburn this year. But I suppose Tip didn't take the chance, whereas Clare, after coming down the field now, will take their chance. But it was a superb defending by Mary Ryan, and Zian was very unlucky not to get in and get a goal there.
Yeah, and it's a free out of 45 for Lorna McNamara. She already has 1 point on the board. Can she double her score and narrow the deficit here? A shot from Lorna. It's inside. It's not.
It was very tricky breeze.
It has to be because she seemed to be forcing it past.
She did.
Here comes Mary on just Staffrey with the puck out, and Staffrey drills this one out to caught Devane. We're gone 24 and a half minutes here.
25.
The ball into Kenny does very well. Goes up one-handed, knocks the ball away. But here's a lady that's causing a bit of damage for Clare. It's Howard. Roisin. She puts the ball into the middle. In here for Maho. Oh, and they're pushing it back behind Linda just didn't see the Tipperary midfielder coming in behind her, pushing the back, and a chance for Cartavane. And Ciara, Cartavane has been fairly quiet here in the first half. You would expect more out of Tipperary sharpshooter.
You would, but I suppose then you have Roisin Howard kind of taking over. I know nearly half an hour gone and Roisin Howard still doing the same amount of damage as she did in minute one. And I suppose Clare really have to regroup at half time and take a look at the damage she's doing and put someone on to mark her and not give her that space. But Cartavane were free in front of the goals, and you'd say she'd probably stick it over, but probably not doing enough from play. But I suppose that's probably a testament to the back setter on her.
Yeah, indeed. Clare Howard sticking doggedly to the task of marking Devane, and here comes Devane. Can she extend Tipperary's lead here in the reg? Indeed, she splits the poles. 5 for Tipperary, 2 for Clare. But Pat, with the breezes in it, Clare be quite happy.
Yeah, I mean, the Tip had no regular scoring rate at all with the breeze. I mean, the earlier wides didn't help them. They've had a couple of later wides there as well, off and on, and maybe a call against them. But Clare, well in the game, as long as there's no gap more than 2, 3 or 4 points at half time, I think we'll take it. But the wind isn't everything. I know it's a lot, but attitude is more so, and I think the Clare attitude is good enough. I just think that not the same levels of energy quite as maybe sharpness as the last day against Cork, and maybe that's something that the Cowboys for the first half an hour need to be shaken off, and maybe in the second half they will get into the stride, hopefully. And
that line ball is hit quick down to McIntyre. McIntyre gets out in front of Quiva Kelly but drops the ball. She's now met by Elena. Here comes McIntyre. Oh, and good defending by Kelly, in fairness. The ball comes back out to the midfielder. This is a dangerous ball, but it's gone to the left and gone wide, and Tipperary shooting has been disappointing, and Gerald Murphy made a quick puck out to Clare Hare. Clare is going to be stumped up by Clare Hogan, and here comes Hare, but Hare is coming out. Great play by the full back. Here she comes, gets the ball out to her club mate, Aoife Keane. Can Clare come with a score? Zien is going into space. Can she be picked up? She's indeed picked up with the ball. It comes out to Julianne Burke. Zien, the ball just didn't stick to hand on that occasion. The pass could have been, maybe he's a bit quicker. We're 40 metres out. Referee wants to throw in the ball here. I tell you, there's no challenge being shirked here. Everything is full on commitment here. Throw in between Grace O'Brien and Linda Daly. O'Brien goes down low and he hits off the referee again. Even the referee can't get out of the way. Such an intensity of players here in this first round of the All-Ireland Glen Dimplex Camogie Championship. And the ball comes into the midfielder for Tipperary. Here she comes, is Maher. She's playing well in the middle of the field. Gets the ball. And I tell you, Neva G was lucky there because she ploughed into the back of the row. She poured. And the free there, given again Caoimhe Maher. She plays a dead, Ciara, but she got away with it.
She does, and she was lucky to pick up free there herself now, because I would have felt that she had probably come in on the back of Roisin Howard there, but I suppose you take those, and Lorna here now to take it. Hopefully she can stick it over the bar and bring it back to 2 points, and then that'll all be in if the next couple of scores going in at half time. Roisin Howard seems to be coming over here. I don't know whether she's doing a bit of bother or what. She's talking to a woman on the sideline, but they'd want her playing at her best now as well and getting on more ball.
And Lorna, it cuts inside
Just
the
about.
post. Oh, indeed.
I'd say that was over now.
I'd like to see a Hawkeye if he was here. But the ball is driven up the field by the midfielder Maher. Maher gets it up over the head of Chloe Murray, but Grogan read the situation perfectly. Playing well at cornerback today. Out to Carmody. Carmody gets the ball away from Grace O'Brien. Carmody's strike goes across towards Mervyn Scanlon. Not to Grace the strikes, and Maher, the wing back, is playing very well at wing back for Tipperary. Lorna Mack tries to get in there, and Scanlon robs her, but it's Aoife McGrath. But here comes Lorna McCunamara, us Killinana, Fecal Killinana. McNamara, a shot to be a tremendous score from McNamara. Oh, it goes into the safe hands of Slattery. Slattery drills this ball out to the midfielder, and this team just drives on ceremony. Aoife Keane, one of Clare's stars here in the wreck. Nicole Walsh tries to.
Brilliant.
Brilliant play by Aoife Keane. To me, Clare stand out there in the first half, Pat.
Well, Leo, if you wanted to show kids how to play a wing back position, Aoife Keane with a player who just attacks the ball, so safe in the air, drives forward to meet it first at all times. But if it's going high, she has a safe hand, she's a good hurley to put up as well, plenty of pace about her as well, and tries to find the player every single time. That was a brilliant one free, and I'd say you definitely Clare's best player in the first half, Leo, I would say.
Yeah, and a free can be taken by Chloe Morey here as we come into the dying moments of the first half. Can Clare get one more score before half time? It's Tipperary 5, it's Clare 2. Nothing like the free flowing scoring we had in the Munster Championship, but maybe the rag has a lot to do. This is a great ball for Morey. This is right down on top of Anya Loughlin. Can she put up? And Statry, the goalkeeper, called for that ball, but Anya went in. It was Anya Statry won the battle. Anya Loughlin went into the square, and a free out for Tipperary, and they'll be anxious to get one more score. But Clare set up quite well. Tipperary playing quite deep. The second half going to be very interesting here, as Statry, who normally is going for long, she's looking for instructions. She gets it out. This is going to go over the head of Maher. Indeed, exactly. Yeah. He's a too hard, and Ciara Maher, the wing back, had a job trying to keep it in. But Clare, a chance of a score for Clare come up to half time. Is it worth bringing up Chloe to take this one? Indeed, it's Zien is coming out to take it. And Zien is normally a good hitter of sideline ball. She hits a lovely low ball in towards Anya O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin and the fullback Mary Ryan. Ryan is coming out. They're having a tremendous battle there. Gets the ball out to the always available Grace O'Brien. O'Brien gets the ball into Nicole Walsh. Here goes Walsh in towards the van and her, and it goes in towards McIntyre. Where's Dermot, the goalie? The goalie doesn't come out. I tell you, Kenny does well, Ken Clare, Heher does well. Who has it? McIntyre gone to ground for Tipperary. Aoife Keane is in there, gets her body in the way. It's out to Casey Hennessy. I tell you, that's great play by Heher. That is tremendous play by the full-back Heher. Gets the ball out to Scanlon. Scanlon, the wing forward. Gets the ball out to Kelly. Here comes Emer Kelly. Can Clare get the ball? She's going to go back towards Mervyn Scanlon, go back into traffic. Gets the ball down the corner, down towards Mervyn Scanlon. Or out down to Zien, and that's a pull from behind by Julianne Burke. Here. Indeed, it took a while to give it free in. I think Pat Clare lived dangerously there, but well done to Clare. She got that ball out.
Clare played fantastic full-back play, but Clare with a lot of pressure, but also it's great to see Zien. Zien is a great attack for a tiny little girl. She's a great target player. She makes the runs. She's always looking for work. She's not going to burst past and knock full-back line players out of her way, but she's brilliant that you can strike a ball to her area and she'll fight like a tiger for it. If her first touch is good, she's very dangerous because she'll find a runner, but she won a great free there, so this would be vital for Clare to put over now and just leave a 3-point margin 32.5 minutes into the second half.
It's a free for Lorna. Lorna strikes it. It looks like it's good. Indeed, it is good. The right man has gone for the flag. 5 points for Tipperary, 3 points for Clare. He's at the closing moments here of the first half, but indeed the referee is given one more, put them off.
2 injuries to McCarthy.
Is going to go along with this one. She goes and she looks for Nicole Walsh. Walsh's touch is poor. Indeed, Nicole Walsh looks back at on the stats. I don't think you can blame the keeper. She put it on right into your spots and you failed to control it. But at half time here in the reg is Tipperary who go in. Tipperary who played with the aid of the breeze in the first half. Go in at half time. Tipperary 5, Clare 3. Ciara Doyle, your thoughts in the first half?
Yeah, I think Clare very, very, very happy going in with only 2 points down. Tip probably done most of the hurling, but the Clare backs kind of really come into it there near the end. Like Clare Harris really getting the better of the battle between Caught Devan. I don't know if Caught hit a ball from Freeburst. Clare's really coming out with balls. Eve Keane absolutely flying it there. Chloe Murray's getting on a lot of free ball as well and driving it down. I suppose they're not on both sides. They're not being clinical enough. You can just see with a lot of their scores, they're tailing wide. Tip have had a lot of silly wides, but I suppose they'll have to look at that at half time and see what they'll do, whether they'll introduce someone or not. Tip as well, living on the edge, they probably have a couple of yellow cards going in as well. Clare now will be coming with the breeze at their back now for the second half, and it'll be interesting to see how they get on with that.
Yeah, indeed. And Pat, you're to add on to Ciara's, Clare having the breeze in the second half. However, it's funny because Tipperary, Clare will have the breeze in the second half, but Tipperary are going to have the hill.
Yeah, and it's a kind of a slopey pitch, but it's a real tighty pitch. Now, the only thing in the second half you'd be saying is that if Chloe and Lauren get breeze between 40 metres out and 65, 70 metres out, they should nearly go over. The breeze is certainly favouring right to left, so that should be a factor in the second half. However, it'll still more boil down to attitude than that, and Clare will be very, very happy to be only 2 points behind, having not really maybe played as well as we know they can play. But I did say maybe to take a bit of time to shake off last weekend's struggle and get fresh again, and look at those. There's a full 30, probably 33 minutes of Camogie left, and it's anyone's game. But I think Clare are in a good position with a bit of a breeze to come, and to set up here a chance to progress in this All-Ireland with 2 points.
Yeah, and a good crowd here in the reg as the young ladies from clubs make their way out to provide the half-time entertainment. I see good crowd in. Sil Dolan, father of Johnny Manager Conor Dolan, doing his granddaddy work there as he parading up and down here in front of the stand. But Pat, entertaining game, but Clare will be quite happy, as you said.
They should be, yeah. And I mean, Tip would be most disappointed to have the wides they had. Some of their wides were pretty awful, really. Maybe shooting from the wrong place. But having said that, there were times when especially the centre forward there, Roisin Howard was causing havoc around the middle of the field, as was Grace O'Brien and Caoimhe Maher off and on as well. But I think Clare got to grips with that. I think Eva D has got into it. Anya Keane has been outstanding. And in fairness to Chloe, she's got a great high balls as well. But it's a very 50-50 game, Leon, and there's no way you can say any keeper's going to run away with this. And Tip could play well against the breeze as well. So look all to play for.
Yeah, and indeed, we're talking about the reg being a tight pitch, but I tell you, the pitch is, in fairness, in the Drummond Inch Club here, it's in absolutely paramount, pristine condition here for the first round of this All-Ireland Championship against Vic. So as we take a break here at half time in Drummond Inch, we're going to hand back to the studio, and from the status quo here in the reg, we're going to go to status quo from music.
Tell you now I don't believe in any faith or creed, but I know there have been times someone was watching over me. A close call on the road makes you think about the days. They will come and they will go. It's like I'm walking on a blade.
You're very welcome back here to the second half of this All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. First group game between Clare and Tipperary. Tipperary 2 points ahead at the half-time break, but Clare go playing days of a stiff breeze here in the second half. Pat, we can't let today pass, without mentioning and then the former chairman of Scariff Hurling Club, man well known to us all, Sean Brogan, who went his Italian award during the week.
Oh, that's truly a larger than life character. I knew Sean since our secondary school days in Scariff back in the 70s, and as a player, as a mentor, as an administrator, and of course an absolute supporter, Sean was always one of the first people you thought of when you thought of Scariff Hurling. Lived for the game, and it worked for everybody. Young and old loved him, loved the banter before the game, after the game, and during the game. Had a few, was a good umpire as well, I believe, was even able to create scores down the field and places like that.
Was known to be involved in a score or two, yeah.
But everybody had a lot with good memories of Sean, and being a rest in peace, a great character who gone away too soon.
Yeah, and indeed, we send his sympathies to all the family, Mary and Michael and all the extended family. The game is on here in the second half, and a free kick to kick. Casey Hennessy, that whole rule, but Clare now defending the goal at the tourist end here, and Chloe Morey with a quick early free here right along the park as Arnie Statry takes up duty at the goals here at the Bursley side, and here comes Chloe. Can she now disdain the ball? He's in around the square. Anya puts up the head, the ball comes to Zien. Zien is trying to break through. A penalty! A penalty for Clare. The Tipperary full back line looked bemused, and it all came from that turnover of free. Casey Hennessy got the ball turned in. Who's going to take it? Indeed, it is Lorna. It's Lorna versus Anya.
Lorna versus Anya is right. I have some sympathy for Casey Hennessy there, Leo, because I don't know if it was an intentional charge, but look, we've talked about that rule often on in Camogie. It works for you, it works against you. Anyway, Lorna has a chance. I think Zian did very well to win a penalty in there. We couldn't really see it with the crowd around her, but
she went to ground anyway, and we will take it. Here's is Lorna versus Anya. Anya dents it up and down, grabbing her like inside on the goal line. Here comes Lorna. She's a preliminary striker. Shot. Outstanding save from Anya Statry.
Because it wasn't a hit in fairness, yeah?
Yeah, it was hit to the corner. Statry, one-handed. And Ciara, you know the qualities of Anya Statry. As we said, a quiet person off the field. But I tell you one thing, what a one-handed save from Statry there.
Oh, an outstanding save, but she's an outstanding goalie. She didn't get an All-Star back in 2020 in her first year playing for nothing, She will probably show the experience she has, even though she's a young girl, she's playing with experience beyond her years, and it was an outstanding save for Anya. That's really, giving Tip a boost, I'd say.
Yeah, and if Lorna
can put for Lorna to get this now with confidence.
It is vital for Lorna to put this one over the bar, and well within her compass, she strikes it brilliantly. That's a great recovery from Lorna McNamara. And this broadcast brought to association with Derek Credit Union and our outside broadcast sponsored by Michael Long Construction. Where Statry going to go now as Chloe sits back in the pocket. Statry is going. I tell you, we forgot about the corner back here. The crowd are in our way. Out to Julianne Burke. Julianne Burke now being held up, and I tell you, if the rest of them were a free, that was a free. Mary Ryan with a lovely low ball out to Nicole Walsh. Nicole trying to get away from Elena. She's been held back by Elena Ryan. Neva D comes in. She hits the ball across, looking for Devane coming across. When the ball beats her and Claire Hayhart gets in. Linda Daly back in the half back line. Linda with a margin and hand pass there. But it comes out to Claire Hayhart. And Hayhart has the freedom in the park to come up. That's a great ball over the top. O'Loughlin puts up the hand. She blocks it down for here comes Ciara Maher, the wing back, coming out, being chased by Lorna McNamara. She gets it out to Nicole Walsh. Walsh says Tipperary run the ball into the breeze. She was being held back there by Merlin Scanlon. She gets the ball down here to Claire Hogan. Hogan is off by Neva D. That tremendous play from OD. Great tackle. Gets the ball over the top to him. Out to Lorna. Lorna switches a great ball across towards Linda. Linda puts up the hurley and gets it down. Here comes Linda. Is she going shooting? That's a great ball from Linda Daly. O'Loughlin puts up the hand. Well, I tell you, Mary O'Ryan, I tell you, you won't put your hand up too easy there. Gets the ball out. Comes out to Grace O'Brien. Grace O'Brien gets the ball out to the midfielder. Is Quiva Maher. She drove them all long and direct in the first half, and she was this one directly out over the line. It's Tipperary 5, Clare 4. Pat, your early thoughts?
Great passage to play there overall by both sides, Leo. Using the ball well, great defending. Mary Ryan's tackled it on eye. Loughlin going to catch Luke then with a good ball into Anya again. Catch Mary Ryan again.
I tell you, Mary Ryan and Anya, we're going to watch it. I see Anya's brother Hall is here in the crowd today. Congratulate him on his recent win in the Munster Championship, All Ireland Championships in the badminton. And here comes Anya's statue, and the breeze, Ciara, blown up quite strong here. Strong breeze in favour of Clare, but tipping lead by the minimum. Clare have to drive on and try and get scores on the board.
Absolutely, and you can even see in the first few minutes, Linda Daly has really come onto a lot of ball and got into Anya Loughlin. They probably just haven't been clinical enough with it, and they'd probably be better off to try take their scores now.
And Zian goes to ground there, but Tipperary overdoing the shot game. Ball down to Nicole Walsh. She has trouble getting up. Nicole Walsh gets away from. And then I tell you, Pat, Tipperary are racing Justin Heffernan.
Clare are getting the calls, Leo.
Clare are getting all the calls. The ball in towards Chloe Mooney. Clare Hare sitting back in the pocket. I tell you, Pat, the Tipperary crowd are rather irate at referee Justin Heffernan here.
I'm sure our listeners there, you may have to make an apology there on behalf of some of the language at the back.
Couldn't clear anyway. That French came in from Tipperary.
In fairness, we have to call it properly to Clare look at there, I think, once or twice with calls from the ref. But look, you have to take them that they go against you as well, and they may go against us before the game is over now that the crowd has got a little bit more involved. But attention me given there to Cardiff for the moment, so I swear there's a break in play. But Clare, both teams have upped the intensity. Clare look like, obviously, with the breeze now, they're looking to try and tag on scores and get moving scoring, and there's Ian there in the heart of it and a few others. But still we have to get that equalising score before we can say we'll get comfortable. So it's still 5-4 to tip, and we're 5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, indeed, or rather irate Roisin Howard came out there and had worked with the banished door Bill Manelli. I'd say not happy with the Tipperary tactics and her positioning.
Eamon McGrath coming in.
Who's gone in?
Eamon McGrath
coming in there from Drummond. Maury drives this ball down the corner, but is the end when the referee comes off the hand of Julian?
Oh, giving it.
I tell you, we're getting all the breaks because it definitely came off the hand of the cornerback. The
umpire's getting the keep fit press in there waving his hands between wides 45, wides 45. He's kind of like he's doing star jumps, but he's called this one eventually as a 45. Haven't waved it wide.
He's consistent because that's the second one in a row he got wrong.
It is,
but overruled by the referee again on this occasion, and got a chance for Lorna McNamara to equalise the scoring here in Drummond. But Pat, Clare on top.
Yeah, Clare on top at the moment, and it's a matter of telling the scoreboard now. But remember, Tippett had bad wides against Breeze. That Breeze is growing stronger, if anything, Leo. So Clare have every chance now of progressing in the game. Beautiful strike by Lorna.
It's the post. 5 points out here, Clare back in control.
Absolutely they are, and there's a much stronger breeze after blowing up now as well. I see Tipper about to introduce the sub, I think there, but Tipper playing around with the ball a bit, and I suppose they've probably been on the wrong look at the decisions that the ref has made. There's been a few barges. If you're giving them one way, you kind of should be giving them the other, but that doesn't seem to be the way with the man in the middle of the field. But Emer McGrath coming on now for Tipper.
McGrath going on, no one gone off as of yet. Tipperary still have 16 players on the field and she's making her way down. Look, is it Roisin Howard has gone off? And Roisin had a word with the management a number of moments ago, and I think she's paying for that by being taken off, by being removed. The manager sitting down, and I tell you one thing, if looks could kill by Roisin Howard, she was brilliant in the first half for Tipperary, but she had a word with the manager. And, Tipperary take the ball into contact. It comes out to Anya Loughlin, or it comes out Claire Hogan trying to get it. The ball, CN working hard, Carmody working hard. It's hot for Quiva, but she does well. Delivers a great cross. That's a great ball for Carmody to Lorna McNamara. Runner coming off the shoulder. It's Anya. It's a tremendous hook by Mary Ryan. And Eva McGrath does well and gets the ball out to Emer Lookman. That's the first direct ball down towards. And here comes McGrath. McGrath puts up the hurley. McIntyre puts up. Here comes Emer McGrath. Then a local player from Drummond and she knocks. What an introduction. Here you Emer McGrath quite well in the Munster Cup final, and then again that's a good score for Tipperary.
Super sore and a super start for Emer there, I suppose. Roisin Howard looks to be taken off there. She was really doing all the damage in the first half. I suppose she's just getting repercussions for the few words she had with manager Bill there. But Emer, a great throw in for Tip and a great score shot now to put Tip back in front by a point.
Pat, it shows that the manager is trying to keep the line with Roisin Howard, because they did have words here down in front of us. She was Tip's best player in the first half. She paid the price for it.
Well, it was the manager has to keep the dressing room, and he has to be the guy that everyone listens to. and he has a guy that can't be criticised in public in front of everybody. And now Roshan's been back challenging him again, I'd say, and she's a very, very unhappy girl, and she's hit for the dressing room now. So look, I don't know much about Roshan, except I do know she had a fine first half.
She's fully committed anyway, there's no doubt about that.
Fine first half. I wouldn't be taking her off without a really good reason.
Elena's gone down injured, but Elena takes the medical bag out herself. I don't know, such intensity. Claire wants to get on with
Susan Daly's after being brought back on only into the backs this time.
Susan Daly is back on, so here, that's a strange one. Well, anyway, it's probably back. Here's Emma Kelly, burning through for Claire. And she took forward in the step. And I tell you, that Tipperary crowd, they're not normally too quiet, but I tell you, they're fair vocal here in the stand now, and I tell you, they're trying to drive on there.
But Emma made a so obvious there with the steps. I mean, she was nearly showing the referee and taking 10 steps here, but I need to tap on the ground or tap on the hurley, should have got a hand pass.
I think it's kind of showing that it can be a bit of disadvantage to having two teams as one panel. As you've seen, there's not enough players with Claire, with Susan Daly has brought back on with a tight panel with the juniors playing tomorrow as well.
And the puck out to Grace O'Brien. Grace O'Brien gets away from Carmody, not an easy thing to do. Carmody is flicking off the hand. She gets the ball into Nicole Walsh. Nicole Walsh is being pulled back by Susan Daly. But Walsh comes back out. She tries to take on. She could be pinned for overcarrying. She's gone through three times. Yes, indeed. I didn't think. I wasn't sure. She said she played off the hurley. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, the Tipperary managers have gone middle here in the rag. Here comes Chloe. 6 points to 5 in favour of Tipperary. The ball goes into Lorna. Can it stick? But Aoife McGrath gets in there. Lorna going out. She gets away from Aoife McGrath. Mac does well. Can she hit it off her left? She's going through. Here's McNamara to be a tremendous flick in towards. Statry, the goalkeeper, has it for Tipperary. Gets it out to the wing back is Ciara Maher. This lady won't stand, but she's going to be. Here's the end is coming on. Here comes Maher for Tipperary. Strong player. But the end is coming through. She gets the ball out to Grace O'Brien. Grace O'Brien delivers the ball. They've gone into where Grogan is there. But it's going to be Claudia McIntyre. But McIntyre overruns him. Caoimhe Kelly. Kelly does well. Clears a good low ball out. Is it gone? It comes out to Heher. That's good composed play from Kelly. She's going to be met by 3 or 4 Tipperary players. But here comes Heher. Heher with the hand pass out towards Emma Kelly. Emma Kelly is maybe taking a lot of. I tell her, the tip, Justin Heffernan.
Looked like a throw.
I tell you one thing, they're going absolutely.
He's not afraid to make controversial calls anyway.
They're going absolutely bananas here, I think. I don't see Justin Heffernan refereeing too many more games in the reg.
It looked like Emer threw the ball first, a foul hand pass, and then she won a free after that. So hasn't gone down well here at all. But a chance for Chloe to put over score from about 55 metres.
Pat, not only did she overcarry, did she foul? She gave a foul hand pass.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, we'll take that, and here can Chloe to really add fuel to the fire.
6 points to 5. Sorry, Tipperary, we have to say. 6-5 still, so we're still behind.
50 metres out, and it's well straight in the Ilana Park. 41 minutes gone here in the second half. Can Chloe equalise proceedings here again in the reg? And here she takes the time to compose herself. Rise it, lifts it, bends it, and splits the post. 6 points all here in the rag in this broadcast brought to you associate Derek Credit Union and our outside broadcast by Michael Lamb Construction. And Statry goes quick out to Ciara Maher for Tipperary. And gets the ball down towards Grace O'Brien. O'Brien beginning to get into there. A low ball into McIntyre. They haven't stuck to McIntyre. Here she goes away from Caoimhe Kelly. Gets the ball in. Hennessy, the ball over, but it comes out to Devane. Devane gets it out, but McIntyre coming around in the loop. Here comes McIntyre, gets it out to Claire Hogan, who hits it out towards Casey Hennessy. Is it Aoife Keane? And Aoife Keane gets down there. Here she comes back and into her own goal, but she's going to be blocked down by Hennessy. Just players in the middle. She gets the ball back out to Mairead Everton, but Everton is a back woman, and you can see by that, and she hits it out to left hand side and gone wide. 6 points all. Ciara, very entertaining.
Yeah, to really look real fast in there, I suppose, especially when Claudia McIntyre gets the ball. She looked like doing damage, she just doesn't get the head down enough to go straight through. But great defending by Claire with Aoife Keane as well, and just putting the pressure on to get the ball back up the field.
Great puck out from Murphy, goes out to Linda Daly. Linda got a little bit of help, but it comes to Aoife McGrath. Aoife Keane with a brilliant pick up there for Claire. Lorna Mack back in her own wing back position. I tell you, everything does no quarter after given here. We're out in the far side of the field, about 50 yards out from the Clare goal. Who has it out? A lovely low ball goes in. Grogan, she's gone back in the wrong direction. It comes to Devane gets a crossfield ball in towards Emma McGrath. There's a chance here. McGrath, but the ball comes in, and it comes a shot. The chance is there for a goal from Caoimhe Maher. But I tell you one thing, Pat, she probably took the better option because she saw Devon Murphy in front of her, and if I saw Devon Murphy, I'd be probably putting the ball over the bar as well.
The point was guaranteed, and the goal was, it was maybe off the left-hand side, 20 metres, 20 metres out, wasn't 100% on. Good decision by her, but Tipperary are not dying away at all, Leo, in this game. Clare had the win of this. Anya Loughlin has a real chance here.
Here's Anya. Anya's going in. There's a chance of a green one. Anya gets it across to the end, but the goalkeeper is out. Slattery. I tell you, she done defending well there. She played a couple of games. She played a centre back a couple times for Waterford, I think. The referee, they'll be an after him, I tell you. The ball goes out to Casey Hennessy, and she puts her leg over, tries to stop her side, tries to kick it on. Ciara, Tipperary player. Clare are definitely getting the breaks off the referee.
50-50.
They are. Tipper really on the wrong side of all of them now. You can see Mary Ryan down injured there. Yeah, it just seems to be all. Look, the draw seems to go on with Clare. I don't know whether it's tunnel vision or what it is, but I think the ref will want to try start giving a visual advantage to both sides.
It looks like Arena
Friday might be the next.
Arena Friday as Tipperary put out all the big guns here in the reg. Just to let people know, just in case, it's 7 points to 6 in favour of Tipperary. But I tell you one thing, the entertainment is top class. 14 minutes gone here, 14 and a half minutes gone in the second half of a pulsating All-Ireland first round. Aoife Keane, low ball up the corner to Zian. Unfortunately the touch came off for hurling. She's playing well though, Pat.
Zian gives you 150% every single game, and she's a great target lady for such a small player. Just so willing to run and get out to the corner flags and win the ball and try and use it. But she's up against a very, very physical full back line, and Julianne Burke, Emer Loughlin and Mary Ryan, they really are a superb full back line, and that's why Clare haven't been scoring from inside today.
And the ball is out to Emer Kelly. Emer Kelly puts a great ball into OD. OD takes this on the field. She's cutting in. She has taken a few steps. The ball goes in. Slattery, I tell you one thing, she's a cool customer. I'd say she wasn't too sure. And here comes, is it Arena Friday?
Yeah.
Indeed, it is Arena Friday. I would imagine it's Casey Hennessy is probably departing. Indeed, it is Casey Hennessy. She gave it a all, but Arena Friday over to Mark. Aoife Keane here, and what an interesting battle they have to, Tipperary have to put the kibosh on Aoife Keane. Slattery delivers this one, drills it into the breeze. Claire Hogan goes down. Claire Hogan doesn't get to, until the ball comes out. And here comes a chance to Lorna McNamara. She has a chance, she gets away from a shot. Is it level picking again? It is. The right. Yes, it is. 7 points all, put that flag. It's 7 points all. Ciara, who next score going to be vital here?
It's going to be a vital, great score from Lorna. She took it on and she had the wind with her back as well. You can really see the difference in the puck out now. Anya Slattery isn't getting the same distance as she was in the first half, and Tip just coming out with the ball now going forward.
The ball is out here with Caoimhe Maher. She gets the ball back to the wing back. Her sister gets the ball down. Devane now tries to get out in front of Claire Hare. Elena Ryan gets in there. Devane trying to win it for Tipperary, trying to get her hand in it. She does get her hand in it. She's been pulled back by Elena Ryan, not getting the free. Niamh O'D comes in to get it for Clare. We're on the Clare half back line. Claire Hogan gets in there. O'D is still kneeling down on the ball. Who's going to pull this one out? It's 7 points off. We're halfway through the second half. The referee just didn't play on. He decides to throw it in.
Great intensity in the game, Leo. Just want Elena Ryan and Niamh O'D both, to my mind, are struggling a little bit. They wouldn't be as dominant as Niamh for the great first half.
And here comes Claire Hogan. Oh my God! And in fairness, the Tipperary player, all she did was he took on the challenge. She turned. She was met with one Clare player, and he's trying to explain it, and she just put it in to go away. I tell you one thing. If any other matches that Clare are playing, they should just get this referee because he's as good as 4 or 5 points to the team. But here anyway, we take it.
Not happy.
No,
and I wouldn't blame her.
No, Claire Hare with the free goes over the far side looking for the go-to woman is Lorna. Lorna and Aoife McGrath. Lorna is kind of. She was kind of helping her to go down there. Here she comes out, gets the ball out, comes out to Linda Daly, turns in, no free given there on that occasion. Lorna, Werner Scanlon is out there loose on the far side of the field. She gets the ball to Carmody. Can Carmody put Clare into the lead? Carmody, and she's turning. Here comes Carmody, a chance, a good low ball from Carmody. What handling for Mary Ryan. I tell her, she has been outstanding. She has already caught the ball twice, and she's robbed by Linda Daly. Oh Mary, I tell her. He's on Mary, but the ball comes out, and she gets it back again, out to Hogan. Tremendous catch from Hogan. Here comes the corner forward for Tipperary, but Clare players have ripped up. She gets the ball into McIntyre. McIntyre's going running at Chloe Murray. Here comes McIntyre for Tipperary. Chloe McIntyre. She's breaking through. A shot. Gets the ball across. Oh, and she's got it ground. But the ball comes down to Nicole Walsh. Nicole Walsh for Tipperary. A shot. It's gone wide. It's gone wide. I tell you, Claire Niven Davis, but they got away with it, Pat. Dearden with a quick puck out to Quiva Carmody. Next score is vital. 48 minutes gone here. Carmody drops this all in the top of Zian. Zian puts up the hand, but it's Julianne. Julianne Buck. I think you could hear him calling for that free over in Dina. But anyway, it's 6-7 points all here. This is a marvellous All-Ireland.
It's a brilliant game. It's a really enjoyable game, and tight pitches at loads. We're very close to the action. The far side of the pitch is very close to it, it seems to me as well. And
pushing the back.
at times Claire play a little bit dangerous in defence at times. Chloe there, they got a chest run at her, and once they got inside her, it looked very dangerous, but the final pass wasn't perfect, and it just gave Claire defence a chance to scramble back.
And there's no doubt a goal will be a big score in this one. 7 points all, 49 minutes gone, 11 minutes to go, but with this referee there could be any time, you wouldn't know what to be. But anyway, it's 7 points all here and a free for Claire Hare, who's been outstanding at full back. Drives this ball up the far side of the field, but who's there already? Grace O'Brien. Grace O'Brien is waiting for it. She's nearly robbed by Anya Loughlin, and Grace O'Brien trying to get away from the challenge of Niamh O'D. Oh, rather loose hand pass there. I tell you, gets it out to Julianne, the Tipperary vice captain. Out to Nicole Walsh. The pass goes astray. He's going to find the sanctuary the sideline. A line ball for Lena. Lena puts up the hand. And Lena looking to take a line ball, and she normally cuts him fairly well. We met her mother and father, Pat. Penny and Pat down in Hickerty's in Charlotte.
Yes.
We're having a good bit of old cod with a fish. They were delighted with Claire's performance. They're hopefully delighted with the performance here so far today. 21 Lena, she cuts it, gets the ball up along the line, but the ball goes out over the line. The sub coming on for Clare. It looks like, is it Orla Duggan is coming on for Clare. Orla, who's already called into the Clare panel there during the week. Yeah, indeed it is Orla Duggan. Not too sure who's going off for Clare.
Zian seems to have tired a bit maybe there, maybe her, maybe not.
No one gone off yet. They're trying to is it Lucky? Is it Anya Loughlin? Looks like Anya Loughlin. So Orla Duggan into the team.
Mary Ryan got off with Anya Loughlin there.
Lorna Mack went in to take up the metal on Mary Ryan. So Orla Duggan, I'm not sure how much training she has done, but look, she'll bring experience to the Clare forward line as well. And then cuts this one, doesn't cut it the best, but the ball breaks back to her. And Grace O'Brien, Bill Mullaney waves the flag there for Tipperary, and the line ball for Tipperary. 10 minutes to go here. Clare, next outing in this will be against Cork in Park Urin next weekend. What they could do with 2 points here. Grace O'Brien with the line ball. She's looking for runners. What's she going to do with it? She cuts it low to Nicole Walsh. Walsh gives it. Grace O'Brien delivers the ball down the corner. It comes down towards Eamon McGrath does very well, gets out in front of Grogan. Here comes McGrath, tries to get away. She kind of gets in, cuts in, shot is half knocked down. Devane gets it. The ball comes Chloe McIntyre. Who's there? It's her. It's Devane for Tipperary. Gets it back to Eamon McGrath. McGrath gets the ball back out to Nicole Walsh. Nicole Walsh opens up the shoulder. It's gone to the right and gone wide. Score remains 7 points for Tipperary. 7 points for Clare. Kira, your thoughts with 10 minutes to go.
Tip unlucky not to get a score there. Great to see Orla looking back in the field, super hurler, but it would be leave me a question if I was a player on the sideline that had been training for the whole time with a player just brought back this week. I'd be left wondering what had I done wrong for her to be able to warrant getting on ahead of me, to be honest.
Yeah, well, here comes the puck out from Dermot Murphy, and the ball is broken down. It's Claire Hogan. Hogan now beginning to get busy along the Parker. She's out to the third midfielder. Who's going to win this one? And it is Duggan shoveling it away, but it comes out to Murray Deviston. Duggan is in there again, trying to get it for Clare, but the ball breaks out. And who comes out? It comes out to Tipperary midfielder. It's Maher. The two Mahers that played well for Tipperary. She gets the ball out to Eamon McGrath. Eamon McGrath taking on Quiva Kelly. Not an easy thing to do. She gets the ball back to Devane. Devane going taking on Claire Hare. A shot from poor decision McCart Devane. That's a player under out of form at the moment and under pressure. The ball from Dermot goes out to Quiva Carmody. Carmody for Cliff. Quiva Carmody. I tell you, she was looking to get away with it. Hogan does well. Gets the ball, but Eamon Kelly pops a great ball to Duggan. Can she get a score for Clare? Here comes Duggan. She got 6 points in the intermediate final her last day out. Well. And she took a few steps there, but the ball comes into Zian. Julianne Buck is in there. I tell you, there's no quarter Esther given here. Who's going to come out with it? Orla has it. Zian has it. The Tipperary wing back is Ciara Maher trying to get it out. And here Aoife McGrath tries to get up, gives it out to Weirton Scanlon. Scanlon for Clare. Here comes Weirton Scanlon on as a sub in the first half. She's trying to take on Maher. Maher does well. Maher does very well. She gets out here. Here comes Maher. There's a player ahead of her. It's Nicole Walsh. She gets it out to her. Nivo D gets in there, but it's Nicole Walsh. She gets the ball into the middle. It's Arena Friday. Friday delivers it down. Towards caught Devane. Devane for Tipper. Oh, a great challenge. Devane does a chance from McIntyre. It's McIntyre and Ciara Grogan. Grogan does well, puts her away from goals. Grogan does excellently. But Maher is... McIntyre has it. She only was one way to goal. She's taken on. She's gone past Grogan. She's gone past Aoife Keane. She gets the ball into Eva McGrath. Eva McGrath. Oh, a shot. It's blocked out. Who's going to get it? How that wasn't the free for Tipperary is beyond me. Chloe Morey gets it out. Tell Lena. Can Claire come up and get a score? And Lena gets the ball out to Carmody. Carmody. Chris O'Brien for Tipperary. To caught Devane. A shot from Devane. Come on the woman. Caught Devane. Tipperary 8. They're 7. That's a touch of Cass and caught Devane, Ciara.
Absolutely, and I suppose they're actually lucky there that she ended up getting the score, because I think Emer Rowe was rightly fouled in front of the square there. Probably unlucky to get a free, but I suppose Cott took the ball over the bar anyway, so it's went to the same place.
It's Orla Duggan in. It's Orla Duggan in from Grey. This is a great ball from Duggan in. Who's inside only? Mary Ryan. Mary Ryan gets the ball out to Maher. Oh, he's overhits the pass. It comes out, but her sister is in to arrest the side. It's Quiva Maher. It's Quiva on the pocket. She gets it back. Oh, great play from Weldon Scanlon. The ball comes into Zian. Zian and Julianne Burke. This is a tremendous challenge. Zian has it for Claire. She's pulled back. Definitely pushing it back to Lorna McNamara. And who comes out? Only Mary Ryan. Mary Ryan out to Quiva Maher. It's the ball out to the middle of the field to Arena Friday. Friday is knocked down. She gets the ball across to Clona McIntyre. Oh, McIntyre is done. Ciara Grogan. McIntyre for Tipperary. She's been pulled back by Cleveland Kelly. A shot from McIntyre.
Yeah, Weldon Scanlon is down there, yeah.
And Weldon Scanlon gone on injured. Pat McNamara, we have to criticise the referee. The jersey on CN was quite clearly pulled back.
The phrase thing is, Leah, it'd be churlish for us to complain too much, because we have got about 10 decisions in the game so far. Our jersey was pulled briefly there. She did find Lorna with the pass. Lorna was room for a free as well, but at this stage now, I say he's decided, look at, he's going to let him at it. I think the biggest problem there was Alana was coming out with the ball there and could have driven it herself up to the corner of the flag area, and she gave a poor hand pass to I think it was Quiva Carmody or somebody, and it went to ground, and that kind of started the rot. We had the ball capable of clearing it. Now it's 2-point margin, and questions asked of Clare now, Leo.
Yeah, questions asked. Can they come with it? They're playing well, they're still in the game. It's 9 for Tipperary, 7 for Clare. Great puck out from Murphy. She drives it into the tip half back line. The ball breaks into Zian Spillane. Can Spillane get on it? Here in this broadcast brought to you so with Derek Credit Union and also our broadcast by Michael Construction. Emma Kelly breaking through. Here's Emma Kelly. She's gone through. Kelly's a chance for a green one. And she puts it over the way. We're back to the minimum again. 9 for Tipperary, 8 for Clare. Here 4 minutes to go.
Super score from Kelly there. Yeah, and who wins it? Jerry Murphy with a great puck out there now with the wind. And you don't really like criticising the ref, but I think you do have to question him there, like the decisions he making, like Zayn Spillane clearly pulled there, and I think decisions now on both sides are really going.
A ball breaks away from Orla Duggan. It's out to out to Maher. These two Mahers have been unbelievable in the middle of the field for Tipperary. She gets the ball out to Claire Hogan. Claire Hogan gets the ball out to O'Brien. O'Brien is robbed by Nivo D. Oh, she's rugby tackled by Nivo D in fairness.
Throw in only.
I tell you, if Hugo Keane had done a tackle like that for Leinster to be a match-winning tackle, he got Nivo D.
But I think in fairness, Niamh dived on the ball as much as on the opponent, but in fairness to her, it looked as if he was going to give a free to Tip, but given a free in, so...
No, it's a throw-in.
I should say, but I should... Look, Clare have to get an equalising score, Leo, to get a point from this game. I know there's lots of time, there's 27 minutes gone, and there'll be 3 or 4 injury time for substitutions as well. Orla Duggan there maybe showing a lack of sharpness at that ball that broke to her, maybe had a chance to do something and just spun off her, but look, it was easy talk when they have been off the game for a long time, but as Ciara said earlier on there, maybe it's better upping a player that has 3, 4, 5 months of training under the belt, you know.
I tell you this, if ever a game looked like this was going to be a draw, this is one that looks like it could be a draw, but it's going to be a throw-in. We have 2.5 minutes left here in a pulse, and Aoife Power coming on for Clare. Aoife Power, good to see her back in All-Ireland club action. I'm not sure who is going up. Is it Emma Kelly? Emma Kelly
moving out the field.
He's coming out the field. Aoife is going into the corner. No player gone off. Clare have 16 players on the field, and the ball is blocked out to Grace O'Brien. Grace O'Brien being challenged there by Grace O'Brien goes a funny kind of a handball out to Arena Friday. Friday. Oh, I don't know. It might be Saturday, but Friday is after splitting the post for Tipperary. 10 points for Tipperary, 8 for Clare. No stop gone off for Clare. Clare's still
David Carmody has left the field.
David Carmody gone off for Clare. The ball, Aoife blocks it out. Out to her clubmate Linda Daly. Linda gets the ball out to Aoife. Can Aoife get a score? That's a great ball from Power. Puts it in the top of CN. CN puts up the hand, but he's blocked away by Julianne Burke. And here comes one of the great performance there by that midfielder Maher. She's been outstanding. That's a great touch from Grogan. That's a vital touch from Grogan to Aoife Keane. Aoife Keane hits it out to Niamh D. Clare need a score. Merton Scanlon, can she take it on for Clare? Here comes Werton. A shot from Werton. We're back to a 1 point game. 10 points for Tipperary, 9 for Clare. Good score from Werton Scanlon. Ciara is back in the melting pot.
Great score, just a point now between the teams, and see whoever wins this puck. That would be really vital. Clare seem to be the team pushing up more, to see more getting their chances. Tipper finding the score is harder to come by.
Anya Slattery, she goes shot, a brave puck out, going to go out here to the wing back. The wing back is Ciara to Maher. Maher goes to ground, helped by CN. We're here, 40 metres out. CN has it. She gets the ball out to Scanlon. Scanlon drops it, but he's cut to the cornerback. Maury has a chance of a score here for Clare. Here comes Chloe. She's been held back by Emma McGrath. A chance for Chloe Maury
to get an 80-yarder.
This is one, we're in the dying moments here. This to level the scoring in the rag. Tipperary 10, Clare 9. Can she make it, Pat McNamara?
As Mary Ryan's down getting a bit of treatment there, and no wonder she's put a savage effort in. If it is Mary Ryan,
the
wing back, it's the wing back, sorry, Ciara Maher, sorry, another player who's played super, yeah.
Heroic for Tipperary.
But Chloe from the middle of the field, behind, just inside her own half, with the breeze. Strikes it beautifully.
Straight and through, level pegging in the rag. Clare 10, Tipperary 10. Anya Slattery. Next score wins this All-Ireland Senior Championship first round, and she puts it out to Clare Hogan. I don't know how Orla Duggan didn't do it wrong on that occasion. She just held up the player, you know, and here's Aoife and Anya Slattery. Ciara's next score wins.
I would say so, yeah.
There could be 3 or 4 minutes to go in this play. He's going to find time for all the changes and the few injuries, so you wouldn't be surprised if we went to 33, 34 minutes. 30 gone now, but the next score will be absolutely vital.
And Slattery goes and delivers it straight down the middle. Elena puts up the hand, doesn't get it. Who has it? McIntyre has it for Tipperary. She doesn't, she loses it. Elena has it. She has it. McIntyre has it. The ball comes out to Grace O'Brien. Oh, Clare Hayhoe does brilliantly for Clare. She robs it. O'D has it. We're down in a wing back position. O'D is fouled for Clare. I tell you, there was a high challenge there for Tipperary, but O'D goes in. Here's my player of the match for Clare. Aoife Keane. I tell you, she got away with it. Clare Hayhoe is pulled back. Here's Hayhoe. He gives Clare. I tell you one thing, the Tipperary managers are gone beloobus. There was about 3 or 4 frees there.
It looked like Clare had overcarried twice, but he's given the free out.
There's no doubt about it. But it's a chance for Chloe to put this one in around the danger area. Ciara, she'll never score from there.
No, she won't, but you're seeing if Power fresh free shot from a brought in from hard line, you know what she could do. Lauren as well, Zian, she's got great beautiful pass the ball into just
can Zian make one more run and get a free here? Maury, I tell you, she's delivered. This is down. Anya Slattery is living dangerous inside the goals. Mary Ryan blocks it out. Here comes Mary Ryan for Tipperary. She's been fouled by Linda. Anya Slattery with the puck out. It's Clare 10, Tipperary 10. He's calling for the ball. Indeed, he's not. He's calling for an injury. Look, to be Pat, Clare would be quite happy to get out of here, as would Tipperary with 1 point each.
Well, there's no question at all about Clare would be happy to leave here today with a point here, because on the overall play, and in fairness, Tipperary in the second half, they have really gotten Clare's faces, and while they haven't been scoring that freely with the attacks they have looked very dangerous running with the ball at Clare a few times. Their tackling is intense. Clare obviously have upped it as much as they can in the second half with the breeze, but not maybe just as fluent up front as we have been maybe in recent times. But look, I think a point would be a great result for Clare here today, the way the game has panned out here.
Aoife Keane gone centre forward for Clare. Scanlon gone wing back.
I don't know if that's a great plan.
I'm not too sure. And where's the puck out? Gone straight down where Aoife Keane is after coming out of. But who's there? Only Chloe. Chloe has it. Get it up the field. There's a chance. But Mary Ryan and this lady, she's tired of hitting the ball. She puts the ball out into play. Grogan can win it for Clare. Grogan goes to ground. But she's robbed by Emma McGrath. I tell you. They're jogging for Clare. Just a chance. She gets away with it.
She lost it.
Who's going to win it? It's right. It's Maher. He's given a free. I'm not too sure what went on there. Emma McGrath trying to take a quick free for Drummond Inch. Remember McGrath, ladies and gentlemen, she was a player, unfortunately, for Drummond and
you want Aoife Keane back now towards their own square now. I don't know how she's playing, that's what you want
her. At the behest of Scariff O'Gunner, she's the player that missed the free, that gave, would have drawn the Munster final. I tell you one thing, she's going to go for this one. Ciara, will she make it?
Shouldn't tell the...
I'd say she'll have the accuracy. I'm not sure if the distance will be with her. The wind has died down now for her. She's looked...
This is in on top of Jim Murphy. Devane puts up her hand, the shot. He's not giving it. He's not giving it.
No.
He's after giving a free in. Oh my God, I have seen it. I've seen it all.
No, final misses.
He's blowing full time. Oh, gee.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Oh, lads.
I mean, she caught the ball.
She caught the ball.
In 1 second in movement, she buried it.
He blew full time. At the end of the game, it's Tipperary 10, Clare 10. The referee, I tell you one thing.
Clare just shaking hands with him. I'm not surprised. But he's only Clare Minter so far.
She blew it when she caught it. So look at.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So it was a free, had to be directly scored, obviously, but none of us knew that. I don't think she knew it
herself. If ever
herself.
I saw as many conspicuous decisions in a game I saw today, but at the end of the day, it's Clare 10. If I was any Clare mentor, I'd go in there and shake hands with that fella because he has been worth 5 points this year.
He's getting the questions now from Tip though as well. Yeah.
But as he's the Tip manager and he's quite irate and quite understandably so. But look, at the end of the day, it's Clare 10, Tipperary 10. Ciara, your thoughts?
Yeah, I suppose on both teams lucky to come away with strong. It's probably the right decision. Tip will probably be kicking themselves for the few miss points in the first half that they kind of had easy wides. But if I was Tip, I would be quite irate going away, and I just think that the ref didn't do them any favours. That ball there, Cottovan had it. Maybe he had said that was the final whistle, but she had caught the ball. He should have let the play roll out, which would have resulted in a goal for Tip. But I suppose the draw is probably the right outcome for both teams here today. I don't think any team deserved to go away with no points. So I suppose.
Yeah. They did, and Pat, they hit for Parky Hockey Rin next weekend on the back of a draw with Tipperary. There was no doubt that Tipperary came back and roared into this championship. They cleared them well to get out of it with the draw.
They did, but the Tip bench had played a big part to Arena Friday and Eamon McGrath particularly. Those two were great players to come in, and they steadied the ship and they gave a bit of physicality and a bit of drive forward play as well. I think Arena Friday got a great point. I know Eamon McGrath got one as well. I mean, they're vital things in a low scoring game. So the Clare bench maybe didn't make as big an impression overall. However, I think Clare will go home smiling. They'll be going laughing to themselves to have got a point here today, because it was hardly deserved in our overall play, let's face it. We weren't scoring freely. At times we were cut open in defence, and a few decisions maybe went in our favour. With that last decision, no one seemed to know that she was expected to score direct. The ball dropped 10 yards short. A brilliant catch by Cottovan, and they buried it in one movement, and a brilliant super goal. If the call went against us, it would be absolutely raging. So I think we have to say Tipperary probably got a few calls against them today that would make anyone angry, disappointed. But that's the way it goes, and they often go against Clare too. Yeah,
and I do think that Roisin Howard, when she was taken off, was a huge loss for Tip. She'd done a lot of damage in the first half, and you could really see they weren't getting on the same amount of ball there.
They cut off their hands by their face there, yeah.
And now we're joined here by a well relieved and happy joint manager of the Clare Camogie team, John Carvey. John, you're welcome once again. John, that was pulsating.
Well, I don't know if am I happy or I suppose I am a bit relieved. I suppose over the course we were a bit tired today. I felt we had the chances to win the game, we didn't take them. Tricky first half, we few bad ways.
John, did you know the last game was when that you had to score direct from the half back line? Did he signal that you had to go direct because when you got the ball,
we didn't
pass when the ball dropped. There might have been a few more seconds left.
Yeah.
No, look at overall, proud of the girls. Plenty parts were there. I mean, Tip 2 points up again, I think, and we started that. And just we were broke parts today, but I think there's more in us. But it's a great result. It's the results that could be huge at the latter end of the championship. In a way, we got a top next week now, and
it's a free shot again, John.
It kind of is, yeah. But I suppose it's going to be a bit like the Munster Hurling Championship. There's 5 games, and it's probably going to come down to the last game. That could be a very valuable point there. And
indeed, John, as you said, Clare looked tired at times today. It's understandable on the road so many weeks in a row and having to go again out to Cork next weekend. You couldn't have a harder start to the championship, coming to the rank, hitting the park area. But one thing, and you just shown me Clare last week as it was again today, there's no give up in these days.
Absolutely not. The leaf is going. Trying to wait to stay for Cork next week now. They're playing again today, so they're covering in a row. So I think it'll be a bit more even Stephen. I think we have the extra days, you know, I suppose we're out here earlier this evening, so I just think we'll be in a better place next week. I think we'll be fresher as the Orla Dublin coming on there. She'll have another week's training under her belt. Her power is improving by the week. So, you know, our options are splitting all the time. So.
Yeah, and I suppose, look at it, came back, and of course the old soldier herself, what a free from 80 yards going home. He split the post to 11 the game.
Yeah, I think head and shoulders, so he was the best player on the field today. He won the first half, he was a brilliant catch under pressure down the run, 21 yard line and drug out. Very pleased with her performance, great leadership. And yeah, as I say, it takes some stuff to stand up to pressure free like that and nail the black spot, so we're delighted with that.
John, I suppose the next week, definitely after the journeys you've been on, it's all about recovery again.
It's been recovery for 3 weeks now, Leo. I suppose you know, we've got to get them in and get them.
You look like a man that could go recovery yourself.
Well, nearly, but we've got to get them in next week and get them doing a bit of training. You know, there's a bit of that. I think there's a bit of sharpness listening is there today. So look at they'll recover tomorrow on Monday, and we'll hopefully get a bit of training in this coming week.
And John, of course, now there's a small battle tomorrow of a junior championship game against Mayo, and what an outing for the Clare juniors playing before the Clare Water Senior Hurling Championship game.
It's you know, it's a great boost for those girls. I suppose we want to win the Munster Championship to get out and to get into Cusick Park and to get a chance to play in front of a crowd and show what hurling they can do. So again, that team, you know, I think, well, we won the Munster Championship last week. We weren't happy with the performance, so we haven't thought we're expecting a performance for the Euro tomorrow. Regardless of the opposition, there'll be bigger days ahead, and I'm not underestimating Mayo. That probably sounds wrong, but we think we need an hour hurling out of that team tomorrow if we're going to contest that All-Ireland Junior Championship.
There's no doubt, John. We wish you look at a man that could do this into recovery, and you want to get home early to the hills of Kilmaley this evening. John, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Congratulations again on pulling a marvellous draw out of here in the reg.
Thanks, sir.
Look, John.
Finally, Pat, you can see from Sean Carmody, a relieved man, a tired man, but look, Clare come out with a draw of the spoils.
Yeah, he kind of hinted there that something I've been thinking myself, that you know, last weekend took an awful lot out of the team, and see, during the weekend you couldn't train, it was all recovery, you could put nothing into practice about things you want, moves you wanted to do, or stuff you wanted to do with the ball maybe. So my fear was there'd be slight flatness in last weekend, and I mean the Clare minus today scared me a little bit because something similar, brilliant against Cork, or in that 121, that minor final, lost in penalties, gave everything, and we thought, you know, we were going to give a message to the coach themselves in Galway today. They looked totally flat. Clare weren't as flat today. In fairness, this team, I think they did great to pull out a draw today. A little bit of help from the referee, we have to say, but I think the attitude of Clare was great. There was tremendous spirit in the camp. They're fighting, so the qualities are second to none. But just maybe either we are very, very close to tip, and maybe there's nothing between the two teams. There isn't a millimetre between them, or else Clare maybe weren't that fully at their best. But you know, another week now. Today is only 62 or 3 minutes to Camogie. It isn't like the 95 minutes they had last weekend, so they'll recover quickly this week. They'll be able to loosen out sooner and maybe get a bit of ball work done and sharpen up again. But you know, it's full on, and I suppose that's what the players, if you ask players, that's what they'll be doing, playing in good weather, week after week after week, top class games, big crowds, and great to see big crowds here. So overall, a very enjoyable game, tremendous intensity in the game, a lot of surprising decisions, but as I said, they've been both ways, but slightly in favour of Clare. But we'll take that, and look at, I think everybody's happy to go home with a point today. I don't think anyone can complain from a Clare point of view.
I think the referee was quite happy for the draw because he had both sides could stay away from me. But Ciara, I think the game had everything. There was intensity, there was some great scores, there was spill balls, there was missed chances, refereeing decisions, especially like the last one. But in the end of the game, Clare go forward to play Cork next weekend on the back of a good draw here in the reg.
Yeah, and they'll have a vengeance as well going down to Cork after last weekend Munster final not coming away with the win. They'll be wanting to go down with serious bite to come away to win this time, and you know, really put their mark on this All-Ireland Championship. Yeah,
indeed. With that, Ciara, thanks for your contribution here on Scariff Community Radio. Pat, thanks as always for your analysis on the ball and your call commentary as well. We're going to take our leave from the reg, thanks to our men in the control tower, our nuts and bolts there, Luke and Jim here in the reg. So all that remains is from Millie out aisle for Scariff Bakeries Radio in association with Derek Credit Union, and our outside broadcast sponsored by Michael Long Construction. It's a 10-point draw here, a point each for both teams. Clare Tipperary 10, Clare 10. From the reg is Bannock Day, August Lawn.
A close call on the road makes you think about the days they will come and they will go. It's like I'm walking on a blade. The strangest revelation, fly flash before my eyes. Now I'm lighter than the wind, lighter than a butterfly. And the rainbows will come and disappear. But where's the pot of gold? And the light in your head won't reappear if you don't let it show. My heart is pounding like a drum. I light a cigarette, helmet shaking in my hand. That was the closest yet.